friends, I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Beaded Life. I'm here because I want to do a tutorial with you. I saw something that gave me inspiration on Pinterest and I want to use it to make a pendant for a necklace using market marbles. And I'm revisiting this box because I really truly love this box. And normally it would get, boxes kind of get stuck in my like little archive back here in my mess that I have going on. And I get to revisit them usually one more time after the opening and a design. But I saw this on Pinterest and it gave me some inspiration, and I thought that I knew that I had the right kind of beads that I wanted to use for this inspiration piece. So I'm going to show you guys what I come up with, and I don't think it's going to be super close to my inspiration, but it's an inspiration. Anyway, so I'll show you. Okay, you guys see I have some beads here in front of me. So we're going to make a necklace and pendant today. I'm probably gonna get more beads out for the chain part of the necklace. But what I want to focus on first is going to be, excuse me, our focal. So I cut some extra pieces in case I mess one up and I have to start over with one piece. I have cut some memory wire, okay? And I cut it in. Now I did these like how I wanted the working part to be, okay? So this is just over an inch. This is just a hair over an inch and a half, just a hair over 2 inches, and just a little bit over 2.5 inches, okay? So what I was thinking, because what I saw, I had a bunch of crystals and wire wrapping on there, but I'm like, you know what? I have all these daggers. I have this cute little check glass hand here, and I really want to use that. And I'm not really doing like a crystal type thing, but I have all these amazing beads that I kind of want to fill this up with. The inspiration photo just had like a couple things here and there on it. I want to like fill this up. So that's what we're going to do. And that's what we're going to try to do. So I'm just going to dig out some of the things that we're going to need. So I'm using the red silk travertine 5mm beads. I'm using both daggers. I have some of the fire polish blue, what were these called? Cobalt gilded bronze. And so I have some of those too. But anyway, I want to put this together. So this is what I'm thinking here. So we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up. And the first thing I want to do is I want to put this little hand on a head pin and wire wrap it, do a wire wrap loop. Okay, so we're going to do our little wire wrap loop here. I'm always one of those people that I love the look of drops and daggers, but I am intimidated by drops and daggers. You would think that, because I've been doing this now for almost 5 years. Yeah, almost 5 years, 4 years, 4 years maybe. I don't know. Anyway, you would think at some point I would be used to it. All right, so we have this little guy here, and I am going to pick this up. We are going to close one side. So I want it to be shaped like this, and I want my loops going downward. So I'm going to be moving my loops to the back. And if you know how hard memory wire is to twist, don't get alarmed if your loops aren't even once you're done, because you can fix it. And I'm not sure if I want to do this 4 layers, or if I want to do it 3 layers. We're going to play that by ear. That's why I'm going from the bottom up, because I want this to be kind of a bigger pendant. So I'm going to just straighten that out a little bit, because it looks like it's kind of curving like the wrong way. So I'm just going to twist it a little bit. All right, and we can put that down. And we don't want to string that on yet. Okay, so we're going to use these little travertine beads here on the bottom. All right. Oops, flinging stuff around here. And I want to just see how close this sits to it. Okay, so we probably want to do one more. This is kind of like a play it by ear, design on the fly kind of thing, guys, because I saw it and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I know what I can do with this. But I didn't like study it, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of taking this mental picture I have in my head of it and I'm trying to put it to work. So, okay, so that's not going to work out very well because we're not going to have a lot of room to close this off. So actually we might, yeah, I think we will. It's going to be a little fidgety, but that's okay. We can do it. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to try to keep my loops all the same size too. I'm really trying hard to do that. All right, so now let's look at our loop situation and make sure that they look even. This one's tilted up a little bit, so I'm just going to take both pliers and I'm just going to give it like a little twist. Maybe twist a little bit more and just kind of even it out. It's still sticking up a little bit, but that's okay. We're okay with that. So there's our bottom piece. Easy peasy, right? So let's do our next one, and we're going to keep doing all of our loops facing down. Again, just trying to keep my loops around the same size, just for uniformity's sake. All right, we got one side done here. And for some reason, whenever you're trying to do the loop, it twists in your hand. So you have to try to straighten your loop again when you're done. And just kind of make sure those are closed up all the way. Or at least as close as you can get it. All right, so then next I just really want to use a lot of these daggers. So I thought it would be good to maybe put one of these beads on here and fill it up with some daggers. So let's do the green ones. Whoop. For some reason, I'm like a little bit shaky and I have no idea why. I just had dinner and I have not had too much caffeine today. So who knows? Who knows? Could be just an aged thing, right? I'm getting like little handshakes. It's okay. It's all good. So we're just going to use these daggers up. Let's use all these little green daggers here. And I'm not trying to squish the daggers on either. I want to make sure that they can kind of flow freely on our little piece. So I'm just trying to get them on, but then try to give them some room as well. And I think we can do one more dagger and our bead. I'm gonna grab a few more of these. And while I'm doing this, I haven't decided how I want to end the necklace, because we could do some chain or we could do some leather. I plan on doing some beading, but I also want to use something for the back of my necklace. So now I'm just laying it flat to make sure that it's going to lay right, and it looks like it will. We look okay. So I'm going to go ahead and close off this end, leaving that little bit of gap, because we want this to lay right. We don't want to lay like have the daggers poking out in all directions. So just again, trying to keep my loop around the same size. I'm just going to close it off. Oh my goodness gracious. There we go. All right, so now let's lay it flat again. Make sure we did this right. My daggers are going crazy. All right, it's a little tight. So I wonder if I can loosen up this side a little bit. Make that just a little bit smaller. It's really by just a hair, like just a little fingernail's width. So if I can just shrink that hole a little bit, you just give some elbow grease and try to shrink that up a little bit. See, this is why I cut double, because I don't like the way this is laying. I'm going to take one of these out. So I'm going to get one of my spare pieces, and we're just going to redo this one real quick. So when you're trying to do something for the first time, make yourself double pieces. Since you're cutting one, you might as well cut two. And that way, I mean, you could always use them for other things, or you could make two pendants or whatever, but I wouldn't be sad if I had to throw away a little bit of memory wire. It would be okay. So we're just going to redo this one real quick. It won't take but a second. Oh, I almost used the wrong cutters. You guys saw that, right? I almost used the wrong cutters. Grab those memory wire cutters. Get that off there. All right, so we're taking one of these green ones out. Put that back in there so I don't string it on. And let's go ahead and load this up again. It'll just take a second. Yeah, whenever I'm trying something new like this, I like to, especially when I'm dealing with like not really knowing how many is going to fit, if it's going to work out, you know, all this stuff. Because I could have practiced one, but then I'm like, well, why? I might as well show you guys that if you know, the little tips of the trade, I guess. Like, don't be afraid to try something that you see on Pinterest. Even if it's not going to be exactly the same, you can still throw your originality in it. Like this is going to look, basically the shape is the same. Other than that, this looks nothing like my inspiration picture. So don't be afraid to try something that you see. And then just, you know, if you're going to need extra pieces, maybe just cut yourself extra pieces right away. Did I do the right one? I did the wrong one, you guys. Is that the wrong one? No. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought I did the wrong one. Such a goofball. No, this is right. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm losing my mind today. It was hectic at work today. I kind of felt like everything I touched was like wrong, and everything I touched had to be fixed. And I was like, oh my gosh, is today ever going to be okay? Is this ever going to work out for me? Just like, oh. But the day ended and I came home to my family. We sat down and had dinner. Shane cooked tonight. And, you know, it was just super great night. Oh, and I'm not going to be upset if some of my metal shows a little bit. It's not going to bother me. I don't care if some of my metal shows. All right, so now, did I make my loops too big? So why did I took one out. Oh my gosh, you guys, hold on. We're going to get through this. I'm showing you the errors of my ways and how we're going to fix it. That one just keeps wanting to flip up. Just trying to make my little loop smaller. Doesn't need to be much smaller, just a little bit. There, that is so much better. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now that we got that, let me clear off all this like dust and stuff I have everywhere. I think one's just going to want to flip up a little bit here and there, but that's okay. We're fine with that. Okay. So then next we have this next smaller one, and we're going to go ahead and turn it down. You guys, I want to start this over, but I can't because I'm already in too deep. So have you ever had one of those days where you're just like, really? I'm having one of those days, you guys. Feel like I need to take a deep breath and just remind myself that it's going to be okay. All right. Here we go. That one. Okay. And let's do the red ones. And this time we're not going to put a bead on the end. We're just going to do the red ones. And here we go. I'm going to lay it flat in a second to see if I need to add one more after this one. I don't think we're going to add one more. Well, maybe you know what? I don't think we're going to add one more because I feel like if I add one more, I'm going to do it wrong and I'm going to be mad and I'm going to have to redo it. So we're not going to add one more. We're just going to kind of let them float freely. And then we'll close up that loop, making our little loop. Okay. So now I know that these two loops need to kind of be straightened out a little bit. So let's fix that. Okay, so this loop actually really just needs to be fixed because it is like way little and the other one is a little bit bigger. So let's just kind of get in there and readjust that. There we go. Okay, so that one's done. And then we just have our little top piece left. And I thought for the top, we would just use like these little beads. And I don't even, well, maybe we should do, maybe we should just do the green again. All right, so it's our last one. And then we still have to put all the pieces together. So this part is going to take the longest. The stringing part, I'll probably be able to skip over some stuff for you. But I wanted you to see the full process of this because this is the one that is the most work. And honestly, you could just string it on a Coriana chain and call it good. Because there's enough going on with it that you wouldn't even need to do a beaded necklace. But I love a beaded necklace, so we're going to do a beaded necklace. Okay. And then let's go ahead and put these on. You're going to need head pins and eye pins. I wonder if I should do 3 or 4. Let's do 3 and lay it down and see what we think. Oh, I think I can do one more. Let's do 4 and then we'll close off the other side. All right. Hold that steady. Right, it's hard to get in there sometimes and just do these little loops. All right. So now we have all of our little pieces to our puzzle, right? So now we're gonna do these blue ones, like in between on eye pins. Okay, grab more. We're gonna have 2 up here. You know what, this would actually be a really cute Christmas tree pattern too, I think. All right, and then we're gonna hang a couple of these little, the little travertine ones off of here on the ends. Yeah, you could actually do a Christmas tree like this. This would be really cute. All right, so let's do some head pins or eye pins. And I want to kind of test it out to see if I actually need anything more than just this one bead on here, if I need to go grab some seed beads or what. So let me just do one, and we're going to use our looper because we can always adjust our loop if we need to. All right, and so we're going to take it and loop it on. Take this one and loop it on. And let me just see something real quick. I want to see if this is going to be enough room between layers doing it this way. Oh yeah, it's gonna be fine. Okay, good deal. So let's just hurry up and do a bunch of these little eye pins with our blue and bronze fire polished faceted crystals on it. Well, I hope you guys are having a good week. It is Wednesday, so we're halfway through the week, that much closer to the weekend, and it is going to be fantastic. We have another concert to go to on Saturday night. We're going to see Air Supply, one of my favorite bands I listened to in the 80s, that my mom listened to, and I was forced to listen to, but now I absolutely love. Yeah, so we're going to see them. And then Sunday, we don't have anything planned, which is really nice because it'll give me a day to do some things that I need to do and such. And then next Saturday, my mom has been wanting to go to IKEA, and the closest IKEA is near Detroit for me. So it's a couple-hour drive, which is no big deal. I don't mind driving a couple hours. But my mom has been wanting to go since she moved here last year. And we just never had the opportunity to go. She's had stuff going on, I've had stuff going on. And, you know, you just need to kind of plan a whole day for that, basically, because you're going to be gone, you know. And so we're actually finally going next Saturday, and I'm so excited. We got a little mom and daughter date, and I'm very much looking forward to it. She's never been, and she's always wanted to go to IKEA. So she's finally going to be able to go, which is really great. I'm excited. I love IKEA. I haven't been there in years because, like I said, it's a little bit more of a distance. I always say that they need to have one in Grand Rapids, and my husband says, no, they don't, because he knows I would be there all the time. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Hoping to find maybe some really cool storage options, maybe some, you know, cool little kitchen-y things, because, you know, I love my kitchen-y stuff. And maybe even find some cute like entertainment pieces for the holidays. Which reminds me, on my own channel, I'm going to be doing cute decorative like skewers for like when you're serving like like a plate that you want to just like grab a skewer and like grab some cheese and stuff. So I'm going to be doing a cute little beaded tutorial for that. Something that you can easily take the beads off if you need to wash it more, if you need to like throw in the dishwasher or something, and it'd be easy to put the beads back on and stuff. But I'm planning on doing that at some point this week or this weekend. So stay tuned for that. That's going to bother me, you guys. We're going to ignore it for now. If it's really bothering me that bad later, I will fix it. I think it's just because I don't have my... There's something going on here. What did I do? I think I had it twisted. Okay, there we go. Something was going on. I think we got it fixed. All right. It's getting there, you guys. Okay, so then we need to put this one on here. We can close that up. This is almost like making a ladder necklace in a way, but not making a ladder necklace. You know what I mean? This is just like making a ladder type pendant, I guess. All right. That one I might have to redo because that looks a little weird. This is where it gets hard, you guys. I'm trying to get into these like little loops and try not to mess it all up. And I need like tinier fingers or something to get in there. Oh my goodness. This is where it gets like really like I'm kind of feeling like sweaty because I'm like trying so hard. Okay, just take a deep breath, Jody. It's gonna be fine. Just take a deep breath. I'm telling you, you need like really teeny tiny like little doll hands or something to get in here. It's just unbelievable. Like how am I supposed to do this? All right, I think I've got it. Okay, I'm in, guys, I'm in. Oh, I was in. What is going on with this one? I don't want it facing that way. It needs to be like this. Why is this one like being weird? All right. You guys, I'm about to throw this thing across the room. No. Jewelry is not supposed to make you feel this way. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh. Hold on one second, please. I need to throw a tantrum. Okay, I think it was too much pressure being on camera because I got it in the minute I pressed pause. My gosh. Okay. Tantrum did not happen, so we're good. We're good. I'm telling you that one is going to bother me. There we go. Okay. All right. Take a deep breath. All right, guys. Did you ever have a day like that where you just want to scream because it's not working out for you, but you know that you're not supposed to do that because that's not what this hobby is about. It's not about being tense and worked up. It's about being happy and being able to relax while you're doing this and enjoy yourself. It's not for you to be upset. It's like, but there's some days you just can't help it. All right. So we got that one on. Yay. All right. So we got that. This was such a good idea, but I kind of have regrets. Like, it's like, why do I see things like this? And I'm like, I must make that. I have to make that. And then I start making it and I'm like, do I even really know what I'm doing right now? Is this going to be okay? Am I doing this right? All right, so but I think I ended up like kind of twisting my eye pins a little bit, like when I'm moving stuff around, and I think that was like really messing me up. So if you're really careful and you're not like me and like getting stuff all twisted up and weird, you should be just fine. Don't let my issues frighten you from making something like this. All right, so there that is, right? And this one turned out really, really bad. So I'm gonna actually cut that one off and we're gonna redo that one. All right, so now that's better. All right, so now these two we're going to put on here, just like this, and then close it off. All right, and then this one we'll do the same. Let's open that up. That on here, and let's close that off. All right, so there we go. Now what we're going to be doing, I'm going to fix that. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to string some beads on some bead stringing wire. That one is just going to just bother me. All right, this is going to hang right from the wire, and we're going to actually put some beads in between. So I was hoping this one might fit, but I think it's going to be too wide because it's my only bead like that. Well, you know what? Maybe not. No, it's going to be just a little bit too wide. So we're just going to do like probably a few little beads. So let's do like probably 2 and it should be good. So let me go ahead and grab the bead stringing wire, and I'm going to try to still think about how I want to close it off, but I'll be right back. Okay, so we're almost done. I did want to still hang like a little bead here and a little bead here too. So let's grab a couple little head pins. I got one out. I just need one more. And let's do a little wire wrap loop and hang it right from there. And I decided on this paperclip chain because I thought that would look really cool with it. So we're going to do paperclip chain. Pick this up and let's wrap it right onto our pendant. Okay, I can trim off the rest of that. There we go. And then let's do the other one. Same way. won't need my memory wire cutters or my easy looper, so I'll move those out of my way. So one thing I found to finish off my jewelry that I have been obsessed with since I finally ordered it and tried it, because I had a couple friends mention it, is French wire. And you guys, I am obsessed. It makes your end of your jewelry look so good. So good. So I'm going to actually use some of that today too when I finish off the bead string part of this. And I thought oh, it's right here. See, you guys, I'm losing my mind. Okay. So I want this one to be somewhat longer, but I will cut some stringing wire, and I will, once we get this strong, it'll be fine. It's just until then, it's kind of flopping around. All right, I'll let you know how much I cut off here in a second. And I'm just using the satin silver color. Oh, let me see. Do right about here. Cut that off. Close that back up. All right, I'm gonna move some of my garbage out of the way here, and don't need those anymore. And we put that away. Don't need that right away. We won't be using these, so I can get those out of the way. Probably could use them, but I'm not going to. Maybe I'll make a pair of earrings with them or something. All right, so now we have the rest of our beads. And I am going to move this out just a little bit so you can actually see the necklace. And let me measure this and see how long I have. Every time I get out a tape measure, I misplace it on my desk. And so then I have to get out my other one, and then I have two on my desk. And by the time I clear off my desk, I have so many things on my desk. All right. So let's see. I cut off 22.5 inches, and I have 2 pieces of my chain, and you can use whatever chain you want. Oh, and you don't need this box to do a design like this. You can do anything. I have 2 pieces of this chain at 8.5 inches long each. So this is going to be a little bit longer of a necklace. Like I said, you don't need to use this box. This, it's not a big deal. You can use any box that you would like, or any beads that you would like. And I'm sure many of you have drops and such in your stash. However, if you do want to start getting Sam's Bead Box, you can do it. I have a link and a coupon code in the description that'll save you $5 on your first box. All right, so I got those 2 beads on, and now I'm just stringing both of these sides on. And we're gonna see if 2 beads is enough in the middle. I'm pretty sure it is. So let's do that. Oh my goodness. Okay, yeah, so here's it's not perfect, you guys, but I think it's pretty close. I think it's cute. All right, I may have to do some adjusting of my loops and stuff, but that's okay. This side looks a little bit different than the other side. I think I might just have some stuff twisted up. I have to fix it. All right, so we have that all set, and now we can go ahead and start beading. So we have all these gorgeous beads here, and I really want to use up as many of these as I can, but I also kind of want to give it a break in between because a lot of them are the same color. So I'm just going to grab, I have a bunch of these little teeny tiny beads that we could use as well to put in between some of the other beads, just to give it a little definition in between some things. So we have all those. And I'm just gonna, when I do use them, I'm just gonna try to team up the colors that go with each other, like together. So like, for example, I'm going to use this like little light purple one, and I'm going to use the other one. There it is. Okay. On this side. So they're matching on both sides. Okay. I cut my nails and now I can't pick anything up. And I cut my nails because I was having a hard time typing at work. I'm one of those people that I cannot have long nails. I wish I could. I don't know how other women do it. I think they just must get used to it. But there's one freaking gnat in here and it's driving me insane. Gosh. We seriously got rid of all the other bugs. It got cold outside or cooler outside and they all just went away. But now we have like one hanging out in here and I just want it to leave me alone. All right, so let's go ahead with these. And these were the red jasper gem cut coins. These are super, super pretty. And let's do some more of these little beads in between. And again, I have so many of these little beads. I love it when we get these little tiny ones though. These are so great. They make such amazing little spacers. And let's just match up 2 colors. There's that one. And oh my goodness, there we go. All right. It looks like I'm going to have an extra one, so we'll just put that one back in the box. And this side. I love how all these colors just came together like so perfectly. It was really a vision to put these colors together, because there's a lot of colors in here that I probably wouldn't have put together at first. But after seeing this box like all combined, I'm like, oh my gosh, everything looks so amazing. And it really, all the jewel tones are just beautiful. And this is that time of year where like, I feel like I crave jewel tones, you know? And I got to remember that not everybody is as big of a fan of jewel tones as I am. But the thing is you guys, I just love color, you know? I love all colors and I can embrace all the colors. Like they're just, I don't know. I just love them. All right. So next, let's do some of these larger drugs that we have. And I think what I want to do is I want to do 3 of the big ones right next to each other. Let's do a small one, but I want to match up colors here. So let's do this orange. And then let's see how many of these smaller ones do we have left. 1, 2. Okay, I got enough to do 3, whoops. 3 on this side with this. Or actually, we could just do 1. Let's do 1. Let's do one of these faceted ones. And then let's do another. And then a smaller spacer bead. I almost lost that one. And then we can go back in and do 3 more of these. then let's do the same thing on this side. So we need 3. Whoop. So that's kind of going to be what our pattern is. So I'm probably going to bead a little bit off camera and come back to you, finish it up, and we can put the chain on and all that stuff too. And then we'll be at trying on point, and I'm so excited about that because I can't wait to try it on and see how it looks. The one I saw on Pinterest is 2 little pairs of earrings that they're like chandelier earrings and really cute, but they use all like crystals and crystal drops, and like I said, they like wire wrapped it on, like, so there was only like a couple on each little rung, but I wanted it full. Like, I wanted it full of beads. So that's why, like, the inspiration, the shape looks the same, but it's not the same. So I love pulling inspiration like that, you guys. I wish I could say this was my own idea. The only part of it that's my own idea is what I used. So, and that kind of makes it an original anyway. So yeah, don't be afraid to like find like inspiration from Pinterest and other things like that. Or even like if you're looking at like jewelry that's like in a catalog or something, or online at like a jewelry store, and you're like, oh, I really want to make that. Make it. You can do it. I know you can. All right, guys, this is where I'm at so far, and we're going to continue this little pattern up until I run out of beads, or until I run out of room, one way or the other. And then I'll be right back, and we will finish up any little beading we have left, and we'll close off the necklace. Okay, I'm getting close to the end here because I am running out of beads. So I ran out of the small little red silk travertine ones. So we are kind of doing something a little bit different. I did 3 big ones. I did one of these little blue and bronze ones in between 2 little spacer beads. And we're just going to continue to do that for one more time on each side because I've got enough big beads left to do that. And then we're going to call it good. And we're going to attach it to our chain. So we have that, one of these, another bead, little teeny tiny, and 3 of these. And then we'll do a little bead here at the end with a blue one. This box still has a lot of life in it. I made some really cool things from it, and it still has a lot in it. Like, I can do still so much more. Okay, there we go. Just a couple more beads left, guys. One of these blue ones. Oops, almost forgot my little spacer in there. One of these little guys. And then one of these blue ones. All right, and now I'm just gonna double check my stuff, make sure I have it all the same, and I do. So it looks good, looks really good. I'm gonna move this off to the side because I don't need it right now at this moment. We're gonna focus on our chain. All right, but what we do need, I'm gonna grab out my silver French wire. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys, I didn't mean to hit the camera, make you guys seasick. And I've learned that all you really need is about 1/2 inch of this to make it look like a wire guardian. All right, so we're gonna cut off about 1/2 inch. All right, we're gonna do another one. So right here, we go. Hold on one second. I have to go grab my crimp beads. Okay, I got my crimp beads. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our crimp bead on, our wire. Then we're going to put on our French wire, and it just slips right over top of your existing wire. When you go to order it, if you have never used it, pay close attention to the measurement on your bead stringing wire. Why is that caught in my shirt? To your bead stringing wire. The diameter is 0.46, so you want your French wire to be larger than that. So this is actually 0.6. If it doesn't slide down all the way, like it gets stuck at the end, just trim a teeny little bit off the end. This is just a bunch of little coils. And sometimes when you cut it, it gets a little snag at the end and doesn't want to fit through. See, now it's here. All right, I'm going to take our chain. We're going to just string this right onto our chain. Scooting my crimp up a little bit. Put our tail through our crimp bead. Guide that wire up underneath your chain there. See where it's hard to see it because it's like silver on silver, but here it's right underneath my chain, and then we're just going to slide our crimp up to meet it. The first side's the easiest because, well, even with a wire guardian, the first side's the easiest because you have all this play and you don't have to try to get close to the bead and stuff like that. So, but once you get close enough to your little wire there, you can close off your crimp. And it just makes it look like one good finished piece. And it protects your wire. So it's good. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, I actually broke my crimp. I've never done that before. That means I'm gonna have to pause you guys again to get another one. I was so confident with my crimp that I didn't grab another one, and they're out in the living room because I was beading while I was watching TV last night. So let's get this one on, and then I'll go grab another one. I'll grab two just to be on the safe side. I seriously have never ever broken one of these before. It's crazy. I was like, wait a minute, what was that little thing that just flew out of here? These are the ones with like the little button that you push down and it smushes on the inside. And my little button just popped right out. I've never seen that happen. Maybe I was being too brutal with it. All right, there we go. I've used these a million times, I swear, and I haven't had any issues. Kind of makes you leery though when you have an issue like that and you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't use these. But then you realize that it's like one. All right, so there's that one. I'm gonna go grab the other one. Okay, I went ahead and grabbed all my crimps just in case I have an issue. All right, so let's finish this side. We're just gonna string through here. I'm gonna let Marmalade in because he's scratching at the door. Come on, Marms. Come on, buddy. I know his scratch because he's the only one who actually scratches at the door. Everybody else like beats on the door. Lucy and Cheeto, they like pound on the door with their paws. So I always know it's him because he actually scratches. All right. So we got that side done. Just move that up there and just push everything right along. And now that side's done. So let's do the other side. Once I'm finished putting these on, I will hold it up closer to the camera. Hopefully you'll be able to see how good the end looks. All right, so we got our crimp on. Let's put our French wire on our wire. Okay, that one slid on with no problem. Let's grab our other half of our chain. Put that on there. right over top. Put our tail through our crimp and through that first bead. And just pull that down. Now this is where you're going to want to take your time, because you want to pull that bead down. You want this to be nice and snug, but you also don't want a big loop here. You want this to be, you want your French wire to be even on both sides, so it looks like you're, you know, like it's one big, one complete piece, right? So, and sometimes that French wire can be a little bit of a stinker, but the end result, you guys, is so fantastic. It just looks so good that you can't help but want to use it. Just pull it down a little bit more. All right, and once you know you've got it, you can go ahead and crimp your crimp bead down. Give it a little tug test. Trim off your extra wire on your tail there. All right, so let me show you. I don't know if you can see it, but you know how with the wire guarding, you can usually see the little lumps and bumps. With this, you don't have that. It's just one smooth piece. It just looks like it's part of the chain. All right, we're almost done. Let's put our clasp on. So I'm using this little toggle. Need a couple little jump rings. 2. And I don't need that or that anymore, or that. And then let's just finish this piece off. And then I will put it on so you can see it. And it's gonna be a long one. I think things with large pendants like that are scream to be long. Like, I don't know, it just feels like it needs to be a long one. So there is one. And here is this one. I have my windows closed, but you can still hear the guy blowing his leaves in the backyard. I think there's like 4 leaves on the ground right now. There's not even enough to do anything with. All right, so we have our necklace done. Here is our necklace with our cute little thingy, our pendant. All right, guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna try it on for you. Okay, guys, so it's gonna be a long one. You ready? Look at that. I think this turned out really cute. I'm actually really super proud of it. I like my little pendant. And you know what? This would make a really cute Christmas tree. I just gave you guys a good idea for Christmas tree necklaces or Christmas tree earrings. So I like the way it hangs. I think it hangs pretty nice. Not bad for someone who didn't know exactly how to make this happen. But there you go. And I love the colors in it. There's still some sparkle in there because I put some of those little sparkly beads in between. And I could make it with a different clasp. So if I wanted to shorten it, I could. And it would even look good as a shorter necklace. So I may end up doing that. I may put a different clasp on it so I can make it shorter. All right, guys. I am sending you all my love. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I wanted something different, and when I saw that, I was like obsessed with it, and I had to do it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Sending you all my love. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.